Hi, my name is Ethan Chisholm. I'm from gdsn 150, and today I'm presenting to you my project 3. We were assigned to make 5 posters and choose 5 different typefaces, and I did that right here. I wrote a few notes to make sure that I chose 5 different ones. They were all pretty much different from different times, and I made sure that they all fell in different categories, like the old style, transitional, sans serif, modern, and the Egyptian sans serif. This is my first one that I used. It's Rockwell. It's an Egyptian sans serif, and I make sure to write a little paragraph, give it a cool little design, and I made it really randomized just to throw like a little character in it to have it not just look so bland and plain, and cut out some of the inside of the lettering right here to make it look different from all the other ones. I made sure to write the year it was made and include what it was, like we were instructed to do in the brief. Everything was pretty balanced and there was a lot of space between everything, and the colors were just kept black and white. In this one, I did put colors in the other 4, except for this one, just to keep it pretty neat to look at. And the second one, I used Palatino. It's an old style font. That's the category it falls in. I make sure to write the little paragraph right here. I made an O, put some green stroke around it just to make it a little like different. And this one I also used the same thing I did in the first one. Everything was balanced and spaced out. I made sure everything was scaled proportionally to not distort any of the type. And the rhythm is just different between all 5 of them. And this is my second one. So for my third one, I did Baskerville. I always call it Bakersville. It's kind of hard to say. I used like a different color changing one right here at the bottom for the transitional. That's what it is. And I put the B's inside of the B, which looked pretty cool. Made it look like like eyes or something. And I put the A's. Everything was like different size here just to make it look completely different all around. This one had a lot of detail going on in it. I wrote the little paragraph to make sure everything was just right because that's what we were supposed to do. And then the fourth one, I did sans serif Helvetica, which is a font that a lot of people use and you're probably familiar with it. I wrote a little paragraph right here to just give an explanation. It was made in 1957. And this one is actually pretty interesting because there's 2 people who made this sans serif font. It was actually Max Miedinger and Edward Hoffman. So that was the first one that I seen where 2 people actually made the font. That one was pretty interesting. I put a lot of red and blacks, as you can see right here. And this one is like inverted. I put it twice over here. The sans serif on the right. I try to make this one just as crazy as possible. Throw all the letters around the entire page. And yeah, I thought this one looked pretty good. And this is my 5th one. This one was really simple because the type was super thin and fancy looking. So as you can see right here, the filler right here for the stroke is yellow, but it only goes on the right side. So I try to just keep that on this one because it looked pretty neat. Most of the type was thin, so I didn't catch all of it. The balance on it was good. I made sure everything was spaced out and proportional. I didn't distort any type. As you can see right here, it says it was made in 1783, which is a long time ago, and it was actually made in Paris, which I thought was pretty cool. There was no bracketing around any of the text, and the word was kind of funny, but I thought it was a cool text. Yeah, this is my 5th one, so I'm gonna go back to my first one to give you a little bit of rundown of this one again. This type is classification as an Egyptian sans serif created by Frank Hinman Pierpont, and he's the one who actually created this and actually put the year that it was made, which was 1934. This is when this typeface was created, and it came out and people started using it. And it's a pretty similar typeface. There's a lot of other typefaces that look like it, so I'm pretty sure you've seen it. Yeah, it's pretty popular, so I'm pretty sure you guys seen it before. And this is back on the second one. I wrote a little description here too. The year it came out of, which is 1948. And that was a long time ago, not too long ago, but it's a pretty while ago, over like 50 years. And yeah, this one follows with the old style category. I kept everything in line and straight. As you can see right here, it falls across the grid. And I made sure to put my guides just to make sure nothing goes out of the guides. As you can see, I have a guideline across the whole entire page. I duplicated the text name just a few times to fill in the space and give it a little design, resized them and shaped them differently just to not have everything looking exactly the same. I bolded the text right here, 1948. So the first look at it, you already know what it's already from 1948, and it's not like more times. Like typeface has been invented like a really long time ago. And this one was created by Herman Zapf, if that's how you say it. It's a pretty weird last name, but I'm not sure if that's how you say it. And yeah, this one was pretty cool. I like the green going on. Back to my third one. This one was made in 1948. So I try to keep it simple, just like this one was pretty simple, but I put the duplication of the words and it had a little rhythm and pattern across the whole thing. The texture was pretty good. I kept everything smooth and the pattern was just randomized. And right here, this one was randomized. I just did two different colors just to not keep the same black. I threw in a little bit of blue in there. And this was released by the Linotype Foundry when it came out, and it was made in 1948 by John Baskerville. The creator of this typeface was actually his last name when he named the typeface. And a lot of other typographers do that. I realized when I was researching for my research and development sheet, I saw a lot of like typographers, they were making their own name for their type, and I think that's pretty cool. It inspired me to like maybe make my own typeface one day and name it Chisholm because that's my last name. But I thought that was pretty neat. And for my fourth one, I did Helvetica, which I already went over. It has two typographers that made it, which was also pretty cool. I never seen that. And this one was pretty simple. The texture was smooth. I just added that extra little kick of black and red in each letter to make it really pop off and not look so bland. And the pattern and texture here was just nice all around. And my fifth one was, I already went over this one, was 1783. So yeah, that pretty much sums up my 1 through 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the posters we're supposed to make. So yeah, thank you for watching. My name is Ethan Chisholm. I'm from GDSN 150, and thank you for watching my presentation.